For the first time since state prosecutors cleared Alaska state troopers in a fatal New Year's Day shooting, we're hearing from the family of the 24-year-old that was killed. Troopers also shot his brother, who was there to help during the mental health crisis call. We've got our investigative team's Johnson Kuhn continuing his coverage on this now. Johnson.
The family of the man who troopers fatally shot, William Rexford, held a rally in Fairbanks on Saturday, saying they still do not have answers and claiming the video troopers released and their view does not show the whole story. Alaska State troopers say that's not true, and their spokesperson, Austin McDaniel, says the video plays continuously with only minor redactions.
What do we want? The truth! When do we want it? Now!
The Rexford family says New Year's Day ended in an unimaginable loss. At a Saturday rally in Fairbanks, Linda Rexford described what she says happened to her two brothers.
My brothers, William and Adam, were shot by Alaska State Trooper recruits. William died, and our brother Adam was shot in the head and miraculously survived with catastrophic, life-changing injuries.
The family says William Rexford was in a mental health crisis, with Adam Rexford there as an innocent bystander trying to help.
You're a smart person. I think you should listen to him, man. He cares about you a lot.
Here is part of what you see on the trooper body camera video.
Because I have a vagus nerve implant.
Okay.
I didn't read about it.
Hey, look.
It's in my body.
Hey, man.
Do you think, because we can't do anything about the implant, but the hospital would be the place that
No,
can.
the hospital has no record of it.
According to the family, they've been asking for the full body camera video from that day.
Our family calls for the release of the full body camera footage worn that day so we can understand what happened. We are seeking the truth of what happened to my brothers that day. It's been over 3 months since the shooting, and we have not been given any answers.
Their mother, Donna Rexford, says she saw what happened and claims the video released is not the full story.
I was a witness. It's so edited that my kids thought they would bother me, but it's not the truth. We need the full camera.
The family also points to the 911 call that brought troopers to the home.
Alaska State Troopers, first emergency.
In that call, the caller says William is having a mental health crisis and is breaking things.
I need an office.
What's happening?
William's having medical issues.
Body camera footage showed troopers talking with William, asking if they can take him back to the hospital, but William declines.
I'd rather be dead, but I can't do that.
Moments later, William can be seen rushing into the kitchen. Troopers say he grabbed a knife and attacked them, resulting in the use of lethal force. But Alaska State troopers say their video was not edited to change what happened.
Any statement that we edited evidence or provided kind of an alternate version of the facts to the family is patently false. So it's straight continuous from when they activated it until the incident kind of moves into the first aid part of the response.
He also said troopers were in regular contact with the family's representative after the shooting, until he says the family cut off communication. Meanwhile, the Rexfords say Adam is still dealing with the aftermath. At the rally, Donna Rexford described ongoing medical challenges, including a staph infection and vision loss.
I just pray that it doesn't happen to another family.
And prosecutors say the troopers were legally justified in using deadly force and will not face criminal charges. The Rexford family says they'll keep pushing for the release of all body camera video and more answers about what happened that day. Johnson Kuhn, Alaska's news source.
Thanks, Johnson. We'll continue to track that story. And in a separate case, Anchorage police have identified the officer who was involved in the Mountain View shooting last week as Maxwell Horowitz. Last Tuesday, around 3 a.m., police started getting calls about someone with a weapon in the 700 block of North Braga Street. At the scene, a victim told officers they had been choked, there was an infant in the home, and that the suspect had access to weapons. Police say shots were fired between Horowitz and the unnamed suspect. Neither of them were hit. A K-9 was used to arrest the suspect, who was taken to the hospital with injuries. The Office of Special Prosecutions will review the officer's response to the situation. And now let's head into some Capitol coverage this evening, a story we've all been watching, where the final budget has been passed along party lines tonight. The bill now leaves the House and moves to the Senate. Many Alaskans have been keeping an eye on the permanent fund dividend amount, which as of right now stands at $1,500. The PFD could have been as high as $3,800, but that would have required a 3/4 vote, which neither caucus has. Lawmakers in the upper chamber warned the value could get even smaller. People like Senate President Gary Stevens and Senate Finance Co-Chair Burt Stedman say they expect the PFD amount to ultimately land on about $1,000. And it's been a battle between winter and spring conditions. Some parts of Alaska are seeing warmer weather, and it's another story elsewhere. We've got Chief Meteorologist Melissa Fry joining us now with this forecast. Melissa.
Yeah, Augusta, this time of year, it's a little bit of a tug of war, but we are going to see temperatures starting to warm. That's already happening today again, and that blue sky is trying to peek through. Here's a look at the next big headlines, the impacts that you should be prepared for this week. Active weather, it does continue. So more and snow, rain and snow is on the way, but we do get a break Tuesday, tomorrow, before more rain and snow returns midweek. Live look at current conditions across the state. You can see that blue sky tonight in Anchorage at 41, 38 in Fairbanks, a little cooler in Ketchikan tonight and in Juneau, where we are still seeing a few lingering rain showers, but those are quickly on their way out. Again, we get that break across most of the state tonight and tomorrow, with the exception of the Alaska Range passes and north of Fairbanks. That is where we still have some snow lingering tonight. It's heavy snow that we're seeing above 1,500 feet that will continue through tomorrow. Otherwise, looking ahead, you can see those temperatures tick up a notch for Anchorage with that full sunshine tomorrow. Highs will be in the low 40s. Just be ready for a chilly start to the day. A little bit of cloud cover lingering in Fairbanks with highs in the mid-30s. That sunshine is back in full force in Southeast. Mid-40s for you and a little cooler in Bethel tomorrow. I'll have a closer look at that extended forecast and just how much of this snow and rain you should expect here in a few minutes.
Lots going on, Melissa. Thanks for tracking all those details. Now let's head up to the Matsu, where Matsu Borough School District families are now on their 8th week with no bus services. That's because of an ongoing strike between drivers and Durham School Services. Since the strike, several parents tell us it's impacted their ability to get their kids to school. A spokesperson for Durham Services tells us they're meeting with the union tomorrow to continue the bargaining process. The union tells us it's an informal agreement with Durham School Services. They also say they've agreed not to speak with the media. As the days are getting longer, many Alaskans are already planning for more outdoor time. Eagle River Parks and Rec has some advice before you step outside. Our Danny Tompkins shows us what to watch for and what might be coming this summer.
Puddles and potholes. In Alaska, these are the signs of spring. And if you're itching to get outside like this fluffy friend, there are a few things you need to know first.
We're in that time of the year, days are starting to get warmer, days are longer, and things really start to change kind of fast.
Eagle River Parks and Recreation Manager Jeff Urbanis says the ice is going fast. And his team is no longer watching the depth on the lakes.
I mean, just a couple weeks, there's not going to be any ice. So really, like at this time of year, we're not monitoring anymore, and it should be a clue to folks that probably want to start using good judgment about where they are.
One of those lakes is here at Beach Lake, where you can see the ice may look like it's safe to go out on. But Jeff mentioned some warning signs that you want to look out for now that Parks and Rec are winding down their winter operations. And some of those warning signs you can see over here. The thinning of the snow on top of the ice that results in those gray patches. Now that means that some puddles are already forming there and the ice is definitely starting to thin out. So the message this breakup season, if you're not sure, stay off.
I love winter as part of the reason we live here, but you know, you get into that thing where you're antsy and you just want to get out and start doing summer type stuff.
So far this spring, Jeff says no one has fallen through, and he wants to keep it that way. And keep the trails in tip-top shape.
Particularly if you're doing something like a bike or a horse, maybe stay off until the trails dry out. It's really easy to do some damage to the trails that creates a lot of extra work during the summer season to fix.
Once the ice goes, Eagle River Parks has plenty waiting on the other side.
We're excited for some of the things we're doing this summer. Summer operation for us is a little bit more focused, like the lake stuff. There's definitely a lot of boat use here and a lot of boat use and swimming at Mirror Lake.
In Alaska, the seasons don't ask permission. The ice leaves when it's ready, whether you are or not. Danny Tompkins, Alaska's news source.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's News Source app.